That meeting's starting at 4. Can I get those projections?
Indeed knows unexpected growth can stretch your business thin.
Karen, do these numbers look right to you?
Like at Mia's research firm. To hit client deadlines, she needs to get started hiring right away.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. And the moment you sponsor a job on Indeed, you get a short list of quality candidates from our resume database. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get a $75 credit for your first sponsored job post. Terms and conditions apply.
The Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute is now offering online scheduling for new patient appointments for all of their physicians. Simply schedule your appointment on your cell phone, tablet, or desktop. JOI is the first orthopedic practice in North Florida to offer this feature to patients. To schedule your appointment online, visit joi.net and click on the button at the top of the page. If you'll be using insurance, be sure and have your information handy. JOI, where the pros go.
The flagship station of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Is your credit card debt piling up? Pacific Debt can help. Pacific Debt is the nation's friendliest debt settlement company. With an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau and thousands of 5-star reviews on sites like Trustpilot and Best Company, they can settle your debt for a fraction of what you owe. In fact, they've settled over $300 million, helping people just like you. Get a monthly program payment you can afford and zero upfront fees. Get free information now. 800-281-9981. 800-281-9981.
Time now for a medical recap. A health and wellness tip from Jaguars head team physician, Dr. Kevin Kaplan.
Nutrition is often overlooked and underestimated. Your body will only put out what you put into it. For this reason, nutrition is one of the most important aspects of any training program. Whether you're training during the season or in the off-season, or just looking to get healthy, your body needs the right fuel. Consider meeting with your doctor about the right nutrition plan to meet your goals. Go Jazz!
That's the sound of NyQuil Severe, hard at work. NyQuil Severe is the best sleep with a cold medicine. No tossing and turning, just rest and recovery. So you're ready to take on tomorrow. For powerful relief of your worst cold and flu symptoms, try NyQuil Severe. The nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching, stuffy head, best sleep with a cold? Medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000. This is the Sports Den with Denny Thompson and James Coleman on 1010XL.
Happy Monday to everyone. It's the Sports Den brought to you by ABC Fine Wine and Spirits. It is TPC week, which means that you're going to be frequenting ABC Fine Wine and Spirits. It's the best week of the year usually. Like, I think.
No, I mean, yeah. When we're able to go.
Right. Not now, but normally it's an incredible week here in Jacksonville.
It's usually like a really big flex.
Oh, yeah.
Like, what are you doing? Oh, well, I'm going to work. I got a couple meetings. What are you doing? I'm going to TPC. I'm in the chalet.
Well, it's normally a big flex for us because what are you doing? I'm going to ABC. ABC's having an exclusive get-together.
Yeah, man.
We're going to ABC, and that's really what I'm missing.
That was the last time I was officially outside.
Outside with people.
With people.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, when you go on ABC, like the prices are clearly defined on the liquor, right?
Yeah. There's no haggling.
We got to get to that in the NFL because I'm so confused right now about contracts in the NFL. Dak Prescott signs a new deal. And I'm on ProFootballTalk.com, and it says Dak Prescott becomes highest paid player in league history based on value at signing. Did Pat Mahomes not sign a $500 million contract?
I think it's got to be like per year, maybe.
Didn't Dak sign a 10-year, $500 million contract? Did he or did he not? Like, am I wrong on this? I'm not Dak. Mahomes.
No, I'm talking about. But next year, Dak is slated to make $75 million.
Huh? Dak's gonna get $75 million.
Not a year, just the first year is what he's gonna make.
He's trying to get this money.
It's a 4-year, $160 million contract. So that's what you think it is. It's okay.
Yeah, I mean,
that makes sense. It says, for example, the contract signed last year by Chiefs quarterback Pat Mahomes had a new money average of $45 million. puts him $5 million per year ahead of Prescott. From signing, however, Mahomes' deal has a value of $39.8 million. At $40 million from signing, Dak has a better deal. I don't know what that means.
That means Pat's getting his money at the end, and Dak, which means he's never getting his money, unless he continues to be Pat. And Dak's going to get almost every red cent.
So according to Spot Track, Michael Giannetti, he has the top 5 highest average paid NFL players. Dak Prescott will now be number 2 at $40 million. Number 1 is, of course, Patrick Mahomes. 2 being Dak Prescott, followed by Deshaun Watson, Russell Wilson. And then number 5 is tied between Jared Goff and Aaron Rodgers. And according to Adam Schefter, Dak Prescott has signed the highest signing bonus in NFL history at $66 million. That would be followed by Russell Wilson, Aaron Rodgers, Matt Stafford, Matt Ryan, Joe Flacco, and Aaron Donald.
Wow. Joe Flacco's in that whole conversation. I don't care. It's not my money. I don't care how they get paid. It's just I shouldn't care all about this even James, but it's just so confusing, NFL contracts. In the NBA, yes, they're ridiculous. That the third man off the bench is making $15 million a year. We've never even heard of them, but we know what they're making.
Right.
Like when somebody says such and such, I'm going to speak this into existence. Alex Caruso is signing a 5-year, $65 million deal. You can go 65 divided by 5. It's all guaranteed. Okay. Now I'm in Alex Caruso's pocket. Now I know. I have no idea what anybody's making in the NFL. And that just proves what RJ just said. One guy's saying that
they're all telling the truth in their way. It's just that the real truth is that probably per year, like with everything done, Dak has the biggest contract as of right now.
You know, the Chiefs were smart, man. I'm looking at Mahomes' contract. They take cap hits, pretty regularly with this. But the most he'll ever have to be paid out in cash in a year is $59 million, and that's not till 2027.
So again, these are the reasons why Dak is like.
No, I got you. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, his was 10 years, $450 million with $141 million guaranteed.
That's, to be honest with you, like, one, I don't want to sign no Scottie Pippen deal. One, we should have all learned a lesson. Well, yeah, because Pat should have. No, Pat signed his deal before. Was it before, or was it just after the Jordan documentary? Had to be around this time.
The same time, yeah.
Yeah. So maybe he hadn't seen it, but like we should all know that's a cautionary tale. Like, because in 10 years, who knows what's happening? Like, this is crazy. The Dak is getting paid. Like, the fact that Dak's getting paid this much money. Like, if I'm Mahomes, I know he can't do it. But if he would have won a Super Bowl and he wins another one next year, I'm immediately restructuring my deal.
How much is guaranteed in Dak's deal? Like, it's like 120, isn't it?
I didn't see that part. Let's see.
Yeah, it's about $120 million a year, according to Adam Schefter. The Cowboys are giving Dak Prescott a 4-year, $160 million.
We were just talking about Duval's own, the young lady who, actually, I don't know if she's young, but the lady whose getaway car was in an electronic wheelchair.
Yes.
And how amazing it was that she could try to, rob a bank and get away in an electric wheelchair. Like but that's still more mobile than a one-leg quarterback. Who would have thought that Dak Prescott would have strong-armed Jerry Jones? Just think about this. You're Jerry Jones, Denny. You have a choice between Carlton Banks. Carlton Banks has said, your home's to Dallas. I want to come. I would not mind. I don't want to leave Seattle, but if Jerry's World called, I'll come. You could have packaged some kind of deal together. I guess it would have been relatively the same amount of money, but we know he's healthy. We could not argue. I'd say he's a better quarterback. Most people would say he's a better quarterback than Dak.
Definitely more proven.
And you said, mask off. Bump it, mask off. You futured him. And you signed Dak. with one leg.
Couple things about that, though. One, Dak Prescott, if he had hit the open market, would have gotten more than $40 million a year.
Okay.
He would have gotten a bigger contract. Somebody else would have had to pay him. He'd have gotten more. Is he worth $40 million? I'm not going into that. Somebody's paying him $40 million. So yes,
So
he's
yes,
worth
he
it.
is. I mean,
his
but
value is $40 million.
We can.
But it is insane to think that Dak Prescott, this is where it starts to lose me. If I just go through guarantees, Dak Prescott is guaranteed to make $32 million a year through the life of his contract.
Is this one of those things where Jerry's just entirely too loyal to his players?
Hold on, let me finish this real quick.
Right.
Pat Mahomes is guaranteed to make $14 million a year. Think about that. 4 years, $126 million is guaranteed for Dak. 10 years, only $141 million for Patrick Mahomes. If Patrick Mahomes hasn't fired his agent already.
Who is Dak?
Pat is Lee Steinberg.
He's got a good agent. He's washed now.
Right. I don't know. Let me look who Dax is.
Dak really.
Todd France.
Yeah. I'd take him. I mean, neither one of them are bad. Those are name brand agents. So, but bravo, Todd.
Well, to go off of James's point, because I know he was trying to bring it up. When you talk about taking care of Dak Prescott, would you have added in his contract a no trade clause and a no franchise tag provision?
Cares?
No. No, if I'm going to sign somebody to that kind of contract,
he has a no trade clause.
Right.
It's his contract.
Like there may be a point where I want to trade him. You know what I mean? Are you talking about if you're Dak?
Well, if you're Jerry Jones, because
no, if you're Jerry Jones, no,
Jerry's
man.
More than taking care of this young man.
Yeah, well, the details on the deal is it's also a no trade clause has been added and a no franchise tag provision.
You can't franchise tag him.
Right.
I think
at
the end.
Yeah.
Why would you? It's going to probably be more. You just set the market.
Yeah, that's kind of that's true. That's kind of an unnecessary thing. I mean, Dak Prescott.
If in 4 years you haven't, if in year 3 you're not starting to work on restructuring this deal,
yeah, he's gone.
Then you're not then he's expendable.
Well, that's the funny thing because you look at. I listened to a couple people argue this weekend about Deshaun Watson.
Right.
And and I'm one of these that if I hear two people argue and I have a stance, I will listen and my stance could change based on logic.
I like those kind of arguments. Unfortunately, those are few and far in between.
They changed my stance on Deshaun.
On Deshaun,
I have
good
been
or Deshaun
very
bad?
pro Deshaun during all this.
Okay.
But these two gentlemen brought facts to the table.
Okay.
And I was unaware, maybe I was aware, but I never really thought of it. Deshaun Watson signed this deal after Bill O'Brien started going back crap crazy.
Well, not full. But a solid. He had already got rid of his best weapon.
He had shown his colors.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So it is a little odd that Deshaun Watson now would say, "Well, I want out of here," because you got your money, like you took your money from that same guy. I'm using that with Dak. If Dak 2 years from now were to say, "I don't want to be in Dallas anymore," there isn't any of us that could side with Dak unless Jerry did something stupid or the coach did something stupid. But he could. But right now, Jerry giving you $40 million a year, 32 guaranteed. No, man. If you ever say I want to be traded, I can't go with you.
I know we got a sensitive time here, but when I saw that contract, the first thing I said was man, did Jerry throw reparations in there or something like that? Because it's just too big. It's just it doesn't make sense. I'm not paying you that much because even if I like you, hey Dak, I like you, but you come on, man. This is more than you. Dak's sitting there well, cheers. What is it? I only asked for 35, buddy. This is too much. Gosh,
it's gonna make me feel better.
Yeah, could here, man, take some of this. No, Dak. I want you to know that you're wanted.
Well, if you insist,
tell your friends.
Yeah. Tell everybody that I'm a great owner, so we can get some more free agents here and win.
Do you feel like Jerry Jones potentially felt he couldn't get a Russell Wilson or a Deshaun Watson and said, you know what, pay the guy who we know is good now. We wouldn't know how long it would take to get a deal done with a Russell Wilson
Russell has a deal. That he
right.
just
I'm saying like a trade.
How much would we have to give up?
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't think that's it. I think Dak is a good player who's put up good numbers. When he hasn't been playing, they've been terrible. And I honestly, is 40 mil too much? Again, I mean, they're willing to pay it, so it's not. But at the same time, we're going to look at this contract 2 years from now, and there's going to be cats making 45, 46, 48.
Now it's going to be, I don't even know who the next guy coming up is. But if they're anywhere near the ballpark of Dak, they're going to say, hey, man, come on now.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you? You know who could do it? He'll be on another one of those prove it type deals or whatever, and we'll see. Let's say hypothetically Jameis isn't trash anymore, and he's able to do something, and he sat, kind of waited his turn, and made pennies, well, relative pennies for what he was when he was a first round pick. He's going to break the bank because he's going to be young, and he's going to
a lot of experience.
And he's made a lot of bad decisions, and would have made a lot of wise ones, hopefully, at that point.
I don't know about wise, but
well, I mean touchdowns. I mean, that's what I mean. Those are always good. But I don't know who's the next big quarterback that's going to come up that's going to command it.
I was looking at Ryan Tannehill's deal that he signed last year. 4 years, 118 mil.
Guaranteed?
91 guaranteed.
It's a lot to hand off.
I mean, that's kind of my point. He had a good year, but that's kind of my point is like, I mean, I can't say Dak getting worth 40 when other people are getting 33, 33,
maybe we should
34.
Maybe we should be like what you were saying, like,
Kyler Murray's next. 3-2-1 says.
Would Josh Allen be next as well?
Only gone 2 years.
Yeah,
Josh Allen would.
Yeah, no, he's got
Josh Allen's going to break the bank. If he has another year next year.
What about the
Josh Allen, Kyler Murray? Are they the same year?
No, Trash Josh came in with
You're
with
right,
Rosen, with Rosen and
So Josh Allen will be next.
What about the guy from out in L.A.?
You already got it. Goff
already got his payday.
Yeah, Goff got his payday, and
so
then he turned out to suck.
He stole money too.
Oh, he absolutely.
I love it when they steal, man.
Yeah,
stick it to the billionaires.
Yeah, Josh Allen. Now, I mean, they obviously have the option. Man, Josh Allen's top 7 quarterback in the league right now.
Yeah, without a doubt.
You know how much he's making next year?
What?
3.5.
Well, he's still in that rookie deal.
I know, but like.
And yes, you're right. Yeah.
Wow. Dak's making 40.
My guy Tommy says Lamar's trying to, but Lamar's not gonna. The way Lamar plays quarterback is not gonna command what these guys command.
But it is an interesting question, though. What does Lamar
what he asked for doesn't seem so far fetched, though. Not just when you say that.
Yeah, I mean, it is very interesting. I don't know what the market for Lamar Jackson would be. I don't know how many coaches would know how to use Lamar Jackson properly. But I mean, I bet you he gets 35 a year.
No, yeah. I mean, what he was asking for, they're way far apart. And I know they're probably just sitting here chilling like, okay, well, we still got him under contract. He's going to wear it down. He's going to, what the hell did Dallas just do? Why would you pay him that much? Bro, now we got to pay him.
He's still self-repped. Lamar Jackson still don't have an agent.
What does he need one for now?
He may want to get one for this.
The contract negotiations? Oh, yeah. Like, when it comes time to – I'm sure his mom has a contract negotiator.
Yeah.
It's just like he doesn't have your traditional agent.
I agree on the rookie deal, but he may want to get one for this one.
No, I'm sure like they're gonna outsource it, and they'll get 1.5 instead of 3. And his mom will get 1.5. That's a way to write your mom off on your taxes. I ain't mad at you on that. Moms can get a bit needy.
I'm curious what they have as market value. I'm looking at Lamar Jackson's market value. Yeah.
It's far away from that.
They've got his market value at 4 years, $171 million, 42.3 a year.
And don't you take a penny less,
42.3 a year,
Miss Jackson. You don't take a penny.
Wow.
Don't you take a penny less? You get your baby boy that bread.
I want to see what Josh Allen market value is. Because I'm sorry, you can call me a hater if you want. I'm giving a lot more money to Josh Allen if I'm a team than I am to Lamar.
Facts.
Let's see. Market value for Josh Allen. Buffalo Josh, not our Josh. Let's see. They don't have one for him. Oh, yeah, they do. Less. 4 years, 168. So just barely less.
My bad. I apologize, Miss Felicia Jones. You get your son paid, Felicia.
You walk in there with the spot track data
Don't
and say,
you,
we'll sign it now.
Yeah, don't you let them tell you bye. Don't you be disrespected, Felicia. You go in there.
Guess who Josh Allen's agent is?
Ty France.
And Tom Condon, both of them. CAA Sports.
Oh, so you know who else is with him?
Who?
The devil.
Who?
Jimmy Sexton.
Oh, he's CAA?
Yeah, they need to. They can get. Whew, man.
Why is Jimmy Sexton with anybody?
That's just that's where he got started. He just found a niche. And that's, to be honest with you, I heard the Voice of College Football come on after us, and he was talking about he was talking about Jimmy Sexton and how everybody calls him the devil, but then when you think about how much these college coaches get made, I mean, how much they make, there's worse clients. He works too hard for these people.
There's just the volume, bro, and it's all guaranteed, and there's buyouts,
right. But
I
I'm just
don't
saying,
know,
like,
man. He's got a pretty sweet gig.
I mean, it's not a bad gig, but when you're like, you got 100, like you got a guy with 144 million in 4 years, man,
and he's controlling the whole market.
Now that's the part that's fun, is that you're controlling head coaches, assistant coaches. If you felt like destroying and messing everything up, you could just say, "Hey, we're leaving."
415 on the Lifetime Enclosures text line. Then we got to take a break and get to Dr. Swanson. Says he would take Jameis and his 30 picks over Dak.
Yeah, because he had 31 touchdowns.
I don't know if
why do people always just throw up the 30 interceptions?
Because there's a lot of people that had 31 touchdowns. There's very few that had 30 picks.
Yeah, but when you add he had one really, really outlier year. But when you add the total up, you know who had more interceptions in the same amount of time? Peyton Manning and a lot of other good guys who worked out. Not saying Jameis is that, but
I'm not taking him over Dak. Not right now. Not with
Dak.
the information that we have for both of them. And then 415 says, how come no one talks about how the quarterbacks get upset when there's roster changes, when a lot of times it's their salary that constitutes the changes? I think that was the case 5 years ago. I think they're so good with roster management now. Like Drew Brees, I'm a Saints fan. Drew Brees handcuffed the Saints in like the mid 2000s. Nowadays, I don't know that happens as much. I think they do such a good job of cap management now.
Let's look at it like this. LA every year figures it out. There's ways to manipulate. You just talked about it. What is the contract? Give them a $5 million workout bonus. Give them something. Restructure the deal to where it's funny money,
right?
Somewhere, but like if they want to make it, they can make it.
But to be fair to the texture, he's got a good point when you look at guys like Tom Brady, the way he's done his career. He's never been the highest paid quarterback.
No.
They've always signed who he wanted them to sign. He's doing it again in Tampa.
Also got an awesomely hot wife that makes a ton of money. And he's been perfectly fine. Most of everybody else is by far the breadwinner.
Yeah. I like 626's idea. Says, fellas, I know it's going to be warmer soon, but next winter when it's cool, y'all should go remote sometime around a fire and call the show sportsden Fireside. Would be pretty cool in the stream. I love a good fire.
Yeah, last time we did that, we lost track of time.
And we were left at 4 a.m.
Yeah, we left at 4 a.m. I think libations were involved.
Yes. And what was said could not be on radio.
Right.
No way. Let's take a break. When we come back, we'll get to Dr. Swanson, talk to him about Dak Prescott coming off this injury. How certain are we that he's good to go, that he's going to be the old Dak? We'll get to that. We'll get a Tiger Woods update. We'll get a lot more. We got a lot to get into tonight on the Sports Den. We'll be right back.
Your mission, should you choose to accept it, bring the best sports and entertainment talk to Jacksonville. Good luck, 1010XL. This message will self-destruct in 5 seconds.
The Players' Championships defining moments extend beyond the course. Northeast Florida is our home. We have a year-round commitment to our charity partners.
When the Players' Championship was canceled due to the onset of COVID-19, golf was the last thing any of us were concerned about. My family and I joined the Players Volunteer Leadership Team and TPC Sawgrass Chefs to package and load 22 tons of donated food into feeding Northeast Florida trucks.
Learn more about our defining moments and how to follow the Players' Championship at theplayers.com.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialist, se-ortho.com. That's where you need to go. If something is bothering maybe your foot or your ankle or your back, maybe your shoulder or knee, You need to go to Southeast Orthopedic Specialist. Stop limping around. Stop complaining about the pain. Go in there and get it fixed. I did it. You should do it as well. If you need physical therapy, that's the place you go right there, Southeast Orthopedic Specialist. There's locations all over town, so there's going to be one near you. The best of the best doctors around. That's Southeast Orthopedic Specialist, se-ortho.com.
Hi, I'm professional golfer Russell Knox, and when it came time for me to purchase my home, I was looking for professionals to guide me through the buying process, and I chose Exit Real Estate Gallery. The professionals were enjoyable to work with and made all the transactions very easy, and I would definitely recommend using Exit Real Estate Gallery to purchase your home.
Thanks, Russell. If you're looking to buy or sell, your one stop in Jacksonville, Exit Real Estate Gallery. Go online right now at propertyinjax.com.
At Zerez, we clean carpets and tile, but we also clean sofas, recliners, kitchen chairs, patio furniture, and even the mattresses on your bed. For March, we are offering 25% off all upholstery cleaning. Zerez spelled forward or backwards, it's the right way to clean.
Zerez. Low and slow makes it go at Woody's Barbecue. High-flying Jacko here, and whether you're feeding 1 or 1,000, Woody's Barbecue is always slow cooked.
At Woody's Barbecue, it's what we do. Let's eat.
For windows and doors, make the right choice. Kohler Homes, an award-winning local business with outstanding customer reviews. Kohler Homes doesn't pressure sale, offer those gimmick specials, or advertise that we're factory direct, even though we are. Kohler Homes' reputation is to offer options for multiple manufacturers, not just one. And our goal is to find the best window to fit your needs. With companies disguising private label windows as their own, it's crucial to know who the real manufacturer is. So don't wait. Go to KohlerHomesInc.com. That's KohlerHomesInc.com. Remember, Kohler Homes, the right choice.
The fastest growing air conditioning company in town is now hiring AC installers and AC service technicians. Pickett here, and Bueller Air is hiring right now. If you or someone you know is looking for a new career with a wonderful company, apply now. Top of the industry pay, full benefits. I'm talking real opportunity to grow from within because they are growing like crazy. Call them now. They're ready to set up your confidential interview. Now hiring AC installers and technicians. Join the best at Bueller Air and stay cooler with Bueller.
Bueller Air. Stay cooler with Bueller. These girls just want to have fun.
This is about an adventure.
And they love talking sports. This is completely against the rules.
Helmets and heels.
I'm so excited to be here.
Driven by Tire Outlet.
Brought to you by Underwood Jewelers.
Tuesday nights at 6 on 1010XL.
It's Players Week, and that means tons going on at the PGA Tour Superstore. Come show support for puppies and golf. A fundraiser and adoption event with Ayla's Acres No-Kill Animal Rescue. Meet and greet with Puppies and Golf Foundation President and CBS golf reporter Amanda Balionis. Take your chance at the putting contest for prizes from Callaway and a raffle to win one of Anthony Toronto's custom jaw wedges with Sunday tickets to the Players. All going on this Wednesday at the PGA Tour Superstore in the Town Center.
Hey, this is David here, Inspector for Royal Pest Services, a locally owned and operated company that you have trusted for over 26 years for all your pest control needs. We are excited now to be a certified installer of TAP installation, which stands for Thermal, Acoustic, and Pest Control. TAP not only guards against mold and mildew, but it cuts your electric bill by an average of 30% by offering a permanent layer of pest protection. Online at royalpestservices.com.
All-Pro Leon Searcy here. Spring season is here, and seeing those green yards and fields is the encouragement you need to visit Coastal Equipment, your Kubota dealer. The only Kubota superstore in North Florida. Check out the full line of Kubota tractors, utility vehicles, and zero-turn mowers. They also carry a full line of tractors and construction implements. Visit Coastal Equipment in Jacksonville and in the Clinton.
Coastal Equipment.
Your North Florida Kubota superstore. Kubota.
The official opening of Details Barbershop in Jacks Beach is now through this Saturday. Come in for a cut and a chance to win a new PlayStation 5. You heard that right. A PlayStation 5, plus additional prizes from other local businesses. One ticket per haircut purchased gets you in the drawing. The drawing takes place this Saturday at 5 on Instagram Live. Search Details with a Z Barbershop, Jacks Beach. Call 853-5187. 853-5187.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000. Southeast Orthopedic Specialist presents Dr. Chris Swanson on the Sports Den. A board-certified orthopedic surgeon specializing in sports medicine, Dr. Swanson has been assistant team physician for the Cincinnati Bengals and Drexel University men's basketball and is the current team physician for several area high schools. Visit se-ortho.com.
Every Monday night, Dr. Swanson joins us on the Sports Den from Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. If you've got knee or shoulder issues, Doc Swanson is your guy that you need to go to. Get to se-ortho.com or give him a call at 904-634-0640. Ask for Dr. Swanson. He's not going to answer your call. Just tell him you want to see Dr. Swanson if you've got knee or shoulder issues. Don't call him and be like, I want to talk to Dr. Swanson right now. You don't answer calls during the day, do you, Doc?
Man, sometimes people do that. Once in a while, you got to answer the phone too.
Really? When was the last time you answered a phone at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists?
Yeah, it's been a little while.
That wasn't your wife.
She's calling.
I don't think she has that number.
She calls the office, man. That would terrify me. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm send a voicemail. Excuse me, Dr. Swanson. You're right. Tell her I'm cutting somebody.
Doc, how you doing, man?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Good. What's our update on the chalet at the Players? You've had a week to work on this.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to work out this year.
Man, what? You know what? We'll holler at you later. I need that chalet, Doc. I don't even have tickets. We don't even have credentials.
Nope.
Wow.
I know.
Even the media, huh?
I know.
No,
well, I mean, some media has it. James and I don't. To be more specific,
the good ones.
James and I do not have credentials, but it is TPC week. We'll get into a little bit of Tiger in just a minute, but we got to start with Dak Prescott. Signs a new deal. They're going to guarantee him over $120 million over the next 4 years. He's coming off of a significant injury, right?
Yeah, really significant injury. Early in the year, though, and so they must be comfortable that he's recovered enough to commit that kind of guaranteed money.
I mean, early in the year is still, what was it, October? Or was it September? I mean, let's say best case scenario is September. October, November, December, January, February, March. That's still just 6 months ago.
Yeah.
I mean,
what kind of injury was it? And like what's is this too fast?
He had a fractured dislocation of his right ankle.
Hold on,
he had
surgery.
I think.
Real quick, I hate to interrupt you. Did you have this on deck, or do you just really remember injuries like this?
I just remembered his because we talked. There were so many ankle injuries back in the fall.
That's impressive.
That's just I get it. It's just still impressive. Like you just like, oh yeah, he had.
That's why he's a doctor.
That's
and we are here.
I can barely remember my last name.
Yeah. Compare our pay stubs, and you'll see how much smarter he is.
Facts. Okay, my bad. Go ahead, Doc. Finish it. I was just curious.
I don't remember exactly when it is, whether it was September, October, but it was a fractured dislocation of his ankle, and so he had surgery, early in the fall, and fractures heal over 8 to 12 weeks, and then the soft tissue surrounding that, when you have the dislocation, takes time to heal as well. But at 6 months out, he's probably moving around on it pretty well, and again, they must feel really comfortable to commit that kind of guaranteed money.
Do you know, is this a similar thing to what Felipe Franks had at Florida?
So that, I don't remember what Felipe Franks' specific injury was.
Okay. It sounds similar. Like I'm trying to read
also ankle.
Yeah. I'm trying to read about it because I remember being like really surprised because Felipe's happened in September, and last spring he was throwing the ball around, moving around pretty well.
Yep.
So this,
and then, on some levels, these bony injuries heal a little bit more quickly in a lot of cases than your ACLs or your ligament injuries. Those can sometimes take long to heal. Bones, once they're kind of lined back up, heal pretty reproducibly in 8 to 12 weeks. So it's not unreasonable for a fracture to be back, and playing full speed the following season.
Does this mean anything to you? So Prescott originally had surgery on his ankle in October to repair a compound fracture and dislocation. Then in December, another surgery occurred to strengthen the ankle and clean up other previous problems.
Didn't know about the second surgery. That probably is related to the soft tissues, and then they probably cleaned up some scar from the previous surgery. Sounds pretty minor. And again, all signs point to it being pretty minor if they just guaranteed him $120 million.
Yeah, I think pretty sure he had to pass physical, or at least
I'm pretty sure they were. I thought they were going to franchise tag him for sure.
Yeah. What? As we're getting into free agency, I think it's next Wednesday. Is it? As we're getting into free agency, what is the medical situation with the free agent? So there's some hot free agent, teams bid on him. Do you get the medical information before? Do you know, or is it like, I know we see pending physicals, but they've got to have when a guy's coming off an injury some access to information that allows teams to decide if they want to even bid is a bad word, but I'm gonna say bid on the guy.
Yeah, you have a lot of access to that information, but then before any deals are signed off on, you got to pass them. I mean, at least pre-COVID, you had to pass like an in-person physical with the team's physician before they'd sign off on any deal.
Yeah, that we're getting made fun of, or you're getting made fun of by Dom. He says, "Wait a minute, you remember injuries, James? He's a doctor."
Yeah, he's a doctor that gets paid to treat his clients' injuries. Last time I checked, Dak can give you a check, right?
Man, I wish he did.
Like if Dak wrote you a big check, you'd be like, "Yeah, I remember exactly what I did. I inserted on the right, on the right interior side. We went up obtusely, whatever big words you need to use."
Well, then he goes, "This reminds me of that night JJ found out he played basketball, and y'all looked up his stats and read them back to him."
Sometimes you forget.
That was good, and the stats aren't anything spectacular. So I'm glad we didn't dig too deep into that.
So your stats as a doctor are much better than your basketball stats?
I hope so.
What did you average more of, surgeries per week or points per game?
Oh, definitely surgery.
Oh, well, that's good. Sure. Much better.
But didn't it seem like this fall, every week for a while, we were talking about ankle fractures, ankle dislocations? I mean, it was like one right after the other at the start of the season.
Yeah. No, there were serious injuries. We talked about this a couple weeks ago. There were serious injuries early on, and then it seemed like as the year went on, they kind of evened out, and we didn't hear anything for really the last 6 weeks. But it did seem like every game that I turned on for 2 weekends, I had to turn my head because I didn't want to see a bone popping out of somebody's leg.
Yeah, but I mean, that's a personal problem. I think you're just a little soft. You had to turn your head.
That's fine. You can call me soft all you want to. I'm perfectly fine with that. We have no Tiger Woods updates, right?
I haven't seen any news since we talked last week, where they talked about transferring to Cedars-Sinai in LA to a different hospital. I haven't seen any reports or heard.
Did we figure out how he was transported?
On an update on that standpoint.
I did not hear.
Missing a few other. I think Koepka's not playing this week because of knee problem.
What?
Koepka.
What? Well, so
yeah.
Koepka's not.
Golfers,
is Bryson
man.
playing?
Yeah, I'm sure he is.
Yeah, they just Frangie was talking about him. They were talking about him. Said he's built like Brian Urlacher.
Oh, you cannot convince me that Bryson DeChambeau is natural, and it's not because he's so big. It's because how big he got, how quickly.
No.
Yeah, very. I mean, just during those couple months off in the pandemic, like a year ago.
This time last year,
when 195 to 250.
Yes, in like 3 months, James. That's 55 pounds, and it's not fat. But you know what we talked about with Tiger and his swing being so violent.
Mm-hmm.
Is that not the same situation with Bryson, or is his just different
Big
enough?
time. No, I think it's really similar to old Tiger. Tiger, when he first kind of cracked the scene, his swing was super violent. And DeChambeau, if you watch him, like that tee shot he hit on number 5 or 6 or whatever at
this weekend,
Bay Hill. I mean, he's like practically swinging out of his shoes. And some of it is strength, but I mean, the torque he's putting on is incredible. I have a hard time believing that can stand up for long periods of time.
So one of the I'm going to geek out a little bit. One of the trending topics in the quarterback world now is deceleration, and it's something that there's a lot of conversation behind. Is how you decelerate after the acceleration through the throw. And I started thinking about, as we were looking at this a few months ago, I started thinking about golf, because in golf, you really are kind of going from like as hard as you can to a sudden stop. Like, I know there's the the backswing, you're supposed to stay on certain planes. How damaging is that in sports? Like track guys have the cool down, right? They run the 100 meters, they drift for another 50 meters after that to slow down, even around the turn. Just about every other sport has some type of deceleration process. And maybe I don't know enough about golf, but that seems like the one to me that probably does a lot more damage to the body than what we all understand or realize.
Yeah, I mean, I think the kind of unwinding of all that torque that you built up, it definitely, at least we know for sure in overhead throwers that leads to shoulder and elbow injuries. More so in baseball players than football players. I think this baseball throwing mechanics have been studied a lot more than football throwing mechanics, quarterback throwing mechanics.
So is there again, probably nobody wants to hear this, but is there a deceleration process in golf that I'm just missing?
I mean, it has to be. So after impact, then you start to decelerate. But, and again, I don't know specifically, but I mean, it's no different than releasing a football. If you're a quarterback, no different than releasing a baseball if you're a pitcher. You know, once that leaves your hand or once you make contact with the ball, then your body does start to decelerate.
Yeah. I'm going to get with like a golf coach and go through this. Because I can tell you the point of deceleration in throwing a baseball or a football or anything like that, but it's like I can't look at a golf swing. It's almost like it decelerates whenever the club hits their back almost.
Yeah, but you're still. I mean, just like when you release a throw, you don't even necessarily realize you're decelerating, but you are because you don't have that object anymore.
Yeah. Well, I'm not gonna.
But it's also happening so quickly. I mean, you're talking about, milliseconds. You'd have to, go frame by frame to even be able to appreciate that. You can never see any of that really real time.
Who are you gonna be following this week at the Players?
DeChambeau. I want to see some bombs.
See, hey, so James, Doc just hit us with, his body's gonna be crap, but I want to see it.
So we got to see it now.
Everybody looks current.
The time is now, man. I'd like to see Spieth play well. He's kind of flirted with coming back a little bit the past couple months, but can't seem to kind of put it all together. It'd be nice to see him play good again.
I feel like if James followed Bryson for 18 holes, James would be a big fan of his.
I like Bryson.
Like, do you know his personality? Like,
he's a little, the D word.
Yeah,
I can't really.
Yeah. No, he's
like some of the words James just used to describe the ankle surgery. I mean, those are pretty profound stuff. He might fit in right. He might fit in pretty well with Bryson.
Yeah, Bryson's like a very scientific guy.
Really? Did you say obtuse or something?
You don't know.
I was just throwing it around randomly. I was just thinking of like, what could I say that doesn't make any sense but sounds smart? So I went to geometry, the class that I think I failed. So I couldn't become a doctor, Doc.
That's it.
Math.
That's the reason.
That and blood.
You didn't know the college words?
Yeah.
Yeah, the medical world words. All right, Doc. Well, we appreciate it, man. Everything else good in your world?
Yeah, everything's good. If you guys need anything, just let us know. And like you said, if you're banged up, come on in and see us. And then hope everybody had some fun this week. A little bit of normalcy around here with the players and some fans. So it should be fun.
Yeah, Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, they don't just do knees and shoulders. That's what Doc specializes in. But Southeast Orthopedic Specialists does everything: chiropractic medicine, foot, ankle, hands, wrist, pain management, physical therapy, podiatry, spine care, all that kind of stuff they do at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. But if it isn't your knee or your shoulder, Dr. Chris Swanson is the guy you want to go to. It's who I go to. You should go there as well. Get to se-ortho.com. They've got locations all over the Jacksonville area, so there's going to be one fairly close to you. Doc, have a good time out there, man. We'll talk soon.
All right, guys. Take care.
All right, appreciate it. That is Dr. Chris Swanson with Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. You want to talk about this offensive line? Because we're starting to hear kind of rumors in Jacksonville on who's going, who's staying, what's going on.
Sure.
You want to talk about that coming back? Offensive line talk for the Jags when we get back.
Nobody covers the Players' Championship like 1010XL. Get live Southeast Orthopedic Specialist leaderboard updates.
Brought to you by Universal Roof and Contracting,
Sonesta, awnings and screens,
and Community First Credit Union.
Bolt 24 keeping it real with Damian Lillard.
When you have no competition, it's obvious. Just like the Bolt 24 lineup with no artificial flavors or sweeteners, there is no competition.
Head to Circle K and grab a Bolt 24 from the makers of Gatorade.
Bolt 24. In 1921, U.S. Marine Corps surgeon Dr. Robert McKeever established the first urologic practice in Florida, the McKeever Clinic. I'm Dr. West. 100 years later, we continue to carry on his life's work in providing complete urologic care in Jacksonville. We have 13 board-certified urologists with many areas of expertise to provide the highest level of care for both men and women. Visit McKeeverClinic.com to learn more about how we can help. McKeever Clinic, innovators in urologic care since 1921.
These days, more and more women are asking for fancy-shaped diamonds. Ovals, princess cuts, cushion cuts, ashers, marquise, heart-shaped, pear-shaped, emerald cuts. All very popular this year. And no one has more of these special shapes than Diamonds Direct. In fact, we've just increased our selection of these beautiful stones with sizes ranging from a half carat up to 10 carats. And while other jewelers will try to tell you these fancy shapes cost more, the fact is, as you'll learn at Diamonds Direct, fancy-shaped diamonds should always cost up to 20% less than the same size round diamond. Plus, in many cases, a fancy-shaped diamond will have a larger face and appear bigger than a round diamond with the same carat weight. So, with a fancy-shaped diamond, you can get a bigger look for a lower price and have a diamond that stands out from the crowd. Come to Diamonds Direct and get the facts about fancy-shaped diamonds, see the largest selection, and get the guaranteed best price. Diamonds Direct, your love, our passion. Off Town Center Parkway, next to the Hyatt.
Is your credit card debt piling up? Pacific Debt can help. Pacific Debt is the nation's friendliest debt settlement company. With an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau and thousands of 5-star reviews on sites like Trustpilot and Best Company, they can settle your debt for a fraction of what you owe. In fact, they've settled over $300 million, helping people just like you. Get a monthly program payment you can afford at zero upfront fees. Get free information now. 800-281-9981. 800-281-9981.
This day in sports history is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On March 8, 1971, Joe Frazier and Muhammad Ali faced off in what some consider the fight of the century. Frazier would hand Ali his first ever loss in his career.
I'm Jeff Middlecoff with Trustline Mortgage. My business partners, Alan Tyre, Bill Pappas, and Ken Remley, have a special offer for anyone who is buying or refinancing a home. It's not something you do every day, so you want to make sure you're getting a great deal. Trustline Mortgage will pay you $100 just to give you a free second opinion. What do you have to lose? Nothing. I know what you're thinking. How can they possibly pay me $100 just to give me a free second opinion? That's crazy. Listen, Trustline Mortgage is celebrating our 30th anniversary this year. You're in business that long because you're good at what you do. Call Trustline Mortgage today to get your free second opinion, your $100, and your peace of mind. Jumbo loans, interest-only loans, conventional, VA, FHA, credit challenge loans, bank statement loans, self-employed, purchases, refinances, you name it, we have it. Call Trustline Mortgage at 381-LOAN or visit our website at trustlinemortgage.com. Trust your instincts and follow the line to Trustline Mortgage.
Certain restrictions apply. See office for details. Trustline is an equal housing lender. NMLS number 331480.
There's a world of difference between and that's why you can trust Famous Automotive and Tire when it comes to your vehicle's care. Because there's a difference between and. It all starts with the triangle of safety. Your tires, brakes, and the front end. Take care of those 3 points and your car will take good care of you. Start at Famous Automotive and Tires. 6 locations servicing every customer like they're famous.
Hi, I'm Troy Smith, 2021 Tournament Chairman for the Players' Championship. Together, thanks to support from all of you, we will produce a 2021 championship that continues to positively impact our Northeast Florida community. The Players starts tomorrow.
That's the sound of NyQuil Severe hard at work. NyQuil Severe is the best sleep with a cold medicine. No tossing and turning, just rest and recovery. So you're ready to take on tomorrow. For powerful relief of your worst cold and flu symptoms, try NyQuil Severe. The nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching, stuffy head, best sleep with a cold medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000. 1010XL. Join us in the Sports Den. Call or text 641-1010.
It is the Monday night edition of the Sports Den, brought to you by thehumidor.com. Make sure you get to thehumidor.com for your cigar needs. Starting to warm up tomorrow. You'll be able to sit on your front porch and at night though.
And that'd be nice.
Like I think the highs the rest of the week are like mid 70s.
Yeah.
It's sunny.
Yeah.
So I know you're like a front porch guy.
Yeah. I mean, yesterday wasn't bad.
What wasn't?
Nah. Nothing could be worse. Like January was bad. It was rough just a couple nights in January. Normally it's February, but
did you almost quit smoking cigars?
Not at all.
No.
just put on another layer.
Mm.
Like, the cigars are gonna get they ain't gonna smoke themselves.
Mm.
But you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you.
So you pray about it before you go out?
Yeah, go out there. My mom didn't raise no quitter. Just drink. That's when I drank more.
Oh.
Like, get that good little lather, little sweat.
Yeah, tomorrow. I hate when this happens. Been looking forward to Tuesday because it's supposed to be like a high of 73, 74. And then all of a sudden now, it's a high of 68. Those 5 degrees make a big difference, bro. But the rest of the week's like 72, 73, 75, 79.
As long as it doesn't, that's 79. That sounds sexy.
It's going to be a beautiful week for the players. Too bad none of us are going.
Be the best week that nobody sees.
Yeah. I wonder how much those tickets are going on the secondary market for.
Probably definitely taxing.
I was out there yesterday, and they have like the ticket scalpers are already out with the tents. Buy and sell your tickets here.
I mean, statute of limitations, but a couple years I made a little scratch.
But the ticket scalper,
but I had the good ones though.
The ticket scalper market, you got to be nervous as that's your gig because everything's going digital now. There are no paper tickets anymore.
Right. But they'll print them out.
No, like the Jags, you can't bring a paper. You can't bring it's like on your phone.
Well, that was because of
COVID.
I don't know if they're actually like going to that full time though, are they?
I don't know. I mean, do we need to issue like a national bailout for ticket scalpers?
No. You know what you get into when you get into that business. Man, it's a dirty game, man.
Let's see. Text line 382 beating us to the punch here on the Lifetime of Closures text line.
Jeez.
So what?
So a weekly badge. Don't buy that.
What are you talking about?
$1,200. Like 13.
Oh.
Well, this is actually not bad. I get the patio at the Ultra Club.
Ultra Club. Isn't that an adult chicken wing establishment?
Sounds good. Sounds like to me. Maybe they are, they were running low on sponsors. It's for per ticket. Okay. $1,377.50 for the week from tomorrow through Sunday.
I mean, is that all inclusive? You get drinks and food with that?
I don't know quite what the Ultra Club is. And this is all mobile transfer, but this is from StubHub. Oh, right here. Maybe this tells me.
I mean, if it includes drinks, by the time you go out there for 4 days,
it's the 17. It includes multi-venue access. Yeah, inclusive of beer, wine, and soda at the patio pavilion.
Because if you have 6 beers in a day, because you're out there sweating, you're out there for 8 hours, 10 hours. But let's say 8 beers a day, average 1 an hour, right? And water.
You probably have a little bit more.
I know, but I don't want to sound like a drunk.
Right. Okay. Fair.
Right. There's people listening. I mean, those beers are $7?
Yeah, they're not cheap.
That's 70. That's so 280 in beer. You're probably getting another 100 in water. Probably another couple hundred in food. So the ticket itself is probably $600 of that.
That's actually the only way that you can go from StubHub right now.
Is all inclusive like that?
Like, yeah, there's like no individual Thursday, Friday, Saturday price. I mean, rounds. It's parking passes.
I mean, I ain't paying.
Yeah.
But I mean, if somebody's listening, I wouldn't Wouldn't judge you if you did. 382 on the text line, on the Lifetime Enclosure text line says, move Linder to left guard and draft Dickerson. Landon Dickerson. That's what I want to get into. So the talk is Norwell's on the market.
Why?
I don't know. That's where I was going. Like, if you've got all this money, his salary's not a big deal, right? 15 mil, but
nah, they got that. I mean,
you got to spend the money.
Right.
If Norwell, like all we heard last year from Baselli and all those guys was Norwell played really well. Why would you get rid of him? It's not like you need to free up the cap space. But I saw a lot of talk on Twitter, and I think you got engaged in a conversation with this. I think that's where I saw it, about moving people around. Now, Linder has played guard before. But when you start talking about moving guys from one position to the other, man, this ain't high school. Like, there is very detailed technique to each position, like literally right, left. You know what I mean? Guard, center, tackle, whatever it is. You can't just all willy-nilly go moving guys and expect them to play at a professional level, can you?
I've always said that's the problem with Madden and NCAA. They make it seem like everybody knows how to play every position, and the only thing that would change is like their overall will go down. Like, it's way more to it. There are swing guys. Those guys play for a while.
Right.
So you can't, like, but typically if you're like a franchise, or you're a starting left tackle, that's what you do. That's what you're there for. Now, if you're wide or if you got some size to you, like Big Bo was big. That's the name. But he could have bumped possibly. But a lot of these guys, like Trey Thomas is built like a power forward in the NBA. Like, he's not really fat, like a lineman, like you would consider a lineman. He's really lean and athletic. So that those guys don't just move into the interior like that. And I remember a couple years ago when I first started saying that Cam isn't any good, Cam Robinson. And I asked, hey, the biggest guy I know that played with the Jacks, said, Big Leon, what do you think? Can they just move him in there? He said he doesn't have the ass. And when you think about it, he's not a wide guy. Now, our right tackle couldn't move inside. He's a bigger, Juwan Taylor's a bigger kid. But even then, you're still messing up. Now, the guards, the three interior guys, they typically can interchange and do some stuff, but you really want that continuity.
But why would you do that if you have money? Like, I guess that's the point I'm getting to, is if you've got free agents, you got a draft with 11 draft picks, and you've got money, why would you even take the chance of moving somebody to a position they're not used to? Like you mentioned, the swing guy that every NFL team has because of roster limits. That swing guy, they're hoping that he don't have to play 6 games in one position. They're hoping that he goes in for 6 plays here and there. And when somebody goes down anywhere on the offensive line, they can go, hey, can you go fill them in? And he gives them a couple snaps until they get their long-range plan. Either the guy comes back or they have to go to the backup or whatever it is. Those swing guys aren't built to play an entire year, just like somebody who's trained the last 6 years of their life to play left tackle is not going to just learn left guard in a 4-month period.
If, as I joke about Kansas City's tackles getting their ass whooped, if they were any good, they wouldn't have been the backups.
Right. I don't know about, again, we say this all the time. We don't know enough about offensive line play. What I've heard is that, obviously we all know Urban Meyer's a speed guy. Like, he loves speed at literally every position on the field. I don't know if that has something to do with him not wanting Norwell here. I don't know. Like, somebody on the text line said he's not willing to renegotiate his contract. Well,
how much money? Like, how much money do you need? Like, what are you gonna do? Like, it's not rollover. Spend it within reason. I know stuff expands next year, but like,
so he's gonna make 15, right?
Okay,
is that right? Does that sound right?
Let me see. Said.
I'm gonna look it up. I just kind of threw that out there based on our previous Andrew Norwell inquiries. So I'm gonna look it up just to make sure I'm right. 2021, 12. He's going to make $12 million. It's a $15 million cap hit. In 2022, it's a $16 million cap hit with a $13 million yearly cash. So you're going to have a rookie quarterback. who's your future. If you let him go, then you better sign somebody in free agency that's close to that, money-wise.
The only reason you let him go is because you feel like what you just said, or your decision in the draft is you feel like you're in a position to be able to get one or two guards that you believe are going to come in here and be day one starters.
And I've seen things where it's got like Landon Dickerson going in the 3rd round.
Okay. ACLs are ACL injuries. People are recovering at a rate that's phenomenal.
I forgot all about that.
You're talking to a guy who has an anthology of injuries, like his book, his injury book. It's volumes. Like, I get it. What we saw at Alabama was amazing the last 2 years. They got him on the right juice. Everything healed up. He bulked up. Looked dope. He didn't play at Florida State not because he wasn't any good. He didn't play at Florida State because he was injured every year. He was there for 3 years, and if I remember correctly, he played like a total of 9 games in 3 years. So those injuries are there, along with an ACL injury. And now you're talking about drafting him, and you're not even sure if he's going to be ready for the season.
An ACL that was torn when? The SEC
championship game.
So mid-December.
Right. So, like, yes, like there are guys like who I remember Antonio
So
Cromartie.
he won't be back.
And guys like Crow, skill players, there's a lot of power that's involved. Explosiveness more than power, which are kind of roughly the same, but humor me. Straight line speed. Offensive line is literally thump, 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 punch. Thump, 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 punch. Like, you're going side to side. You're going forward and backwards. Somebody's literally pushing you forward and jerking you toward them. It's a lot of things that you already got to learn that you're going up against veteran D tackles that are going to know how to play you. So you got to learn on the fly, and you got to rehab. I'm not saying don't take him in the 3rd round. Think about what we
just did with Cam Robinson. We just gave Cam Robinson an excuse for a ACL injury that happened much earlier the previous year.
That also happened when we had him.
No, I know. But that's what I'm saying. Like, why would we want to draft and bring in a guy who, best case scenario, has that built-in excuse? I forgot about that.
If you're going to do that, just keep Norwell.
Right.
And draft him. And then move him out.
Yeah.
Like, you've got a lot of money with him. Like, if you move him, you got to make sure you have somebody that's really there, that's a good, solid replacement.
Yeah, no, I don't want them to move Norwell. I want them to keep Norwell. I want them to keep as much of that offensive line as they possibly can and go draft offensive linemen and sign offensive linemen in free agency and have a dope competition in training camp. And then if you have to trade somebody at the last minute before the first game, then trade them. Cut them. Do whatever you got to do. You've got $83 million available to you because you've stunk and you haven't re-signed your guys. So use all 83. I don't care. Like, go to camp with 10 dope offensive linemen knowing you got to cut 2 of them.
Well, I mean, I already could give you one to cut. The real steroid boy. He's not.
Who?
The boy from like the Catholic school.
Oh, yeah.
The one who made who tried to tell, who had our girl Mia believing that he got big by taking protein shakes, or whoever the chick was. Like, come on, man. Lie to your pastor. We know what happened. It was a needle involved.
Man, I like him. I can't remember his name.
Exactly.
But I like
Ben
him.
Barch?
Yeah, Ben Barch.
Ben Barch. If you can't remember their name,
I don't remember anybody's
then
name.
cut is the game.
I don't remember anybody's name. I mean,
Well, they
like
felt
him.
that he could be a fan favorite when he originally
That's
got
the
drafted.
problem, and that's why we suck now. This isn't a circus, man.
I got to go with James on this.
Stop drafting
hair and all that
headlines and stop drafting like themes. This ain't AEW.
As a family, us in media in Jacksonville have to stop with this line. He's a really good guy.
Yeah, I hate that, man.
Great story.
Yeah, like
again,
that doesn't win you game.
Anybody on 1010XL, I'm telling you, I want to hear it. I want to know. I want us to record it. If they say that you need to, like, if you're a producer, just take this clip. Good guys got eliminated when we brought in Urban Meyer. I don't need to hear how good a guy they are. We did not. We are dedicated to winning.
Think about the ones that everybody said, man, we really like him. He's a good guy. Like, think about him.
That's a terrible thing for a coach to say to you.
Gus Bradley.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Doug Caldwell.
Yeah.
Blake Bortles. Everybody said it about Blake.
Dave, too.
Dave Caldwell.
But it doesn't matter if you suck, you don't have a
name.
name.
Did I call him Gus Caldwell?
They call him Doug.
Doug
it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Yeah,
you know
Doug
what I mean?
Yeah.
I just put them together. They suck together. Like, those are the guys that – and then, by the way, don't forget, you're talking about a franchise that had the NFL Walter Payton Man of the Year and got rid of.
You got rid of that guy. You get rid of good guys.
Who was a good player. Wasn't just a good guy.
What sucks is you can't just be a good guy. You have to suck and be a good guy. If you're a good guy and actually good, oh, no, you're doing this wrong.
Allen Robinson.
Yeah.
Get
him out of here.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
If I'm winning with goons, give me goons.
I don't really want to hear anybody talk about being traded on the offensive line or let go on the offensive line right now. I don't care if it's AJ Cann. I don't care if it's Cam. Like, I want go get more than you need. Go get more than you need. You got plenty of money, and then talk to me in July, late in camp, and tell me, you know what? Cam just got his butt kicked by the free agent we brought in, so we're rolling with him to protect Trevor Lawrence's blind side. Andrew Norwell got his butt kicked by the rookie that we drafted, and that rookie's better. He did the James Robinson thing.
You want some I'll tell you this off there.
Okay.
That's true.
And then if that's the case, then okay, cool. But we're not good enough right now to be talking about, well, we're going to try to trade Norwell because he wants too much money. If you're trying to trade him because he stinks, we're all grown people. Tell us that. You ready for 8 o'clock?
Yeah, let's do it.
8 o'clock coming up next.
In your car or out of your car.
Get me out of this car.
Take 1010XL with you wherever you go.
We're online and ready.
By downloading our free 1010XL app. Available for all smartphones and tablets.
This is the biggest PGA Tour event we can win. It's huge for all of us. That's a long list of great players that have won this event.
It's one of the toughest tests in golf with potentially the best field. If you win here, you can win anywhere.
This golf course tests every aspect of your game.
The Players' Championship returns to TPC Sawgrass March 11th through 14th. Can't join us at the event? We'll bring the Players' experience to you. Visit theplayers.com for information about how you can watch, follow, and engage with the players at home and throughout Northeast Florida.
How many airports and airfields are there in the United States? The answer next.
Take the time to protect your home now and into 2021 by comparing your current homeowner's insurance with Southern Oak. We may be able to save you money.
Our family protecting yours, Southern Oak Insurance.
There are over 20,000 airfields in the United States. The vast majority of them are without a control tower.
Southern Oak Insurance. Our family protecting yours.
Are you suffering from shoulder pain? If you have clicking and popping in the shoulder joint, persistent pain that intensifies with use, an inability to lift your arm over your head, or a tingling, burning sensation in the shoulder, elbow, or wrist, waiting to see a doctor could make your injury worse. Baptist Health and Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute have innovative and effective treatment options available right now to relieve your pain and restore your mobility. Don't wait. Call 904-JOI-2000.
Tired of the same chain lunch spots? Hi, it's Arena with Halas, where we have served Jacksonville since 1974 with fresh eats from the Mideast and Mediterranean. We have the remedy to your lunchtime blues. Shawarma, kibbe, grape leaves, and our famous pita riders offer a healthy take on lunch. Be sure to stop by our market where you can find groceries from all over the world and the best pita in town, baked right here in-house. When life hands you chickpeas, make hummus. Come see us at Halas at 4323 University Boulevard South.
Time now for a medical recap. A health and wellness tip from Jaguars head team physician, Dr. Kevin Kaplan.
Quality sleep is an important part to your health. Try not to go to bed hungry or stuffed because discomfort can keep you awake. Also limit nicotine, caffeine, and alcohol close to bedtime. The stimulating effects of nicotine and caffeine can take hours to wear off and certainly can decrease a quality night's sleep. And even though alcohol might make you feel sleepy, it disrupts the most important parts of sleeping later in the night. Stay healthy and get some rest before the big game. Go Jags.
Claude Nolan Cadillac respects your time and strives to make every visit a pleasure. Customers come back because you're not just a customer, you're part of the family. Don't forget about their service department with 10 master technicians. The only Cadillac dealership in the area with a body shop and can fix any make or model. Claude Nolan Cadillac, Jacksonville's Cadillac dealer for 116 years. Near the town center off JTB on Southside Boulevard and Gate Parkway. Begin your lasting relationship at Claude Nolan Cadillac.
Home of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
I'm John Haney, owner of Clearwater Irrigation. Can you believe the average homeowner spends over 5 hours a week of their valuable time pulling hoses? Then there are those who own a sprinkler system that makes no sense at all. It sprays here and there, but nowhere where you need it. Call us at Clearwater Irrigation and we'll design a system that makes sense to you.
Clearwater Irrigation. We can't sing a lick, but we sure are good at sprinklers.
And drainage too.
ClearwaterJacks.com.
Seeing is believing. You've heard that saying plenty of times, right? Well, when you have LASIK to correct your vision at the Jacksonville Eye Center, Seeing 2020 is believing. This is Joe C., and I know because Dr. Snipper performed LASIK surgery on me, and I see great, just like thousands of others on the First Coast, too. Dr. Snipper has been taking care of people with all sorts of challenges vision-wise with top technology to ensure the best results. Call Dr. Snipper's Jacksonville Eye Center at 355-5555 and schedule your free LASIK consultation today.
Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Tampa, Florida's getaway destination, is playing your song. Come discover your rhythm safely with our industry-leading safe and sound program, including stringent sanitary protocols like face masks, temperature checks, and consistent cleaning and sanitizing throughout the casino, and more space for you to stay, play, and dine. When you're ready for good, clean fun, come to Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Tampa. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000.
You mad, bro?
1010XL 92.5 FM. Join us in the sports den. Call or text 641-1010.
Open up your heart and let that hate out.
Man, it's been a weekend. I know it's been some stuff that's really gotten up under your skin. I've seen the Twitter, the social media. A lot of people have been really complaining about a lot of things that really don't matter. But then there are some things that really did get up under everybody's skin, and that's why we have here 8 o'clock each and every night, 904-641-1010. The text line designed by Lifetime the Code. Just text us what's been on your mind, what you're hating on. Hit us at sportsden_live on your different social media feeds. Let us know what's making you angry. We can all share in this together.
I have a question about our IG account and all that stuff. So SportsDen Live wasn't available?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think it was alive. I think it was live on one of them.
So you just try to keep them uniform?
But just trying to keep everything to where you only have to remember one.
I should have done that with mine. I should have kept everything the same. What's your 8 o'clock?
Okay, my 8 o'clock is this right here. Man, so many of them.
Oh.
But one with the Washington Post, relatively reputable.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? They're all fake media,
right?
News anyway. But sometimes they do some really good things, and I think about my boys and how I love to take them to the park.
To the park?
Yeah, go to the park, have a good time.
Which park do you go to?
It's in front of my neighborhood.
Okay.
But then there's the one that's right across from Fort Family Park, Old Bay Meadows Regional.
Mm-hmm.
There's like the one there that they like that too. But just imagine, your boys are a little older now, so it's not as cool. But they're younger. You're like, hey, it's Saturday. Need to get them out the house. They're getting on my nerves. At least if I know I got them in front of me, they're running in a fenced-in area, I know they're safe.
Right.
So you bring your son up there. Or worse, Angie brings Walker Man up there, or TJ takes Trigger or Killer up there to the park. They're having a good time, living their best life.
Okay.
Along comes a caravan of Karens. They come.
A caravan of Karens.
A caravan of Karens. With their kids.
It's a great band name.
Yeah, probably. With their kids, they come in. And they come in and they're looking at Angie.
Okay.
And Walker Man.
Okay.
Swinging.
Okay.
Having a good time. Now he's hopping off the swing, going to the slide. this lady, the alpha of the Karens, walks over to Angie and says, "Hey, do you mind leaving? Because your son's presence throws us off, and we were trying to have a girls' day. We just want girls here at this park. We kind of set this up. We do this every week." And he's messing up. He's messing up
Are you
our
telling
girls'
me
day.
this happened?
Apparently this happened. And the person who was mad that wrote in isn't the Angie in the story.
She's one of the Karens?
It's the leader of the Karens who could not understand why the lady was so irate at her for asking for her son to leave and go away.
It's stories like this that make me realize that there are just unique people in this world.
There.
Like, it's not, there's two things that's interesting about this. One, three things. Why would you even think it's okay to ask that?
Facts.
How
Well, I mean, I can tell you why.
brave do you have to be to actually ask that?
That's where it comes from.
And how can you not figure out why somebody got mad that you asked that?
And she said that that person was entitled. The entitled person said that that person was entitled. The reason why that they're bold.
This is why I don't read stories anymore.
But it just happens in America. It's just
I know. It just
here's why
angers me.
People are bold for this reason and this reason.
Can you imagine being married to that person?
It's probably why she feels entitled. And that guy's probably somewhere drinking and just happy that she's out the house. I truly believe for America to be great again, we've got to go back to not like from a full social perspective. I like my freedoms and I like women voting and I like a lot. I like cars and stuff. But we got to get back to like that 1776 to like early 1800s.
Okay.
Where when you said something out of pocket,
you got shot.
We got to challenge somebody to a duel and you slap them, pop, pop. Or just people really just like you can't go over the top, right? I can't really like MMA you like my man in the bathroom or those things like that. But like if an officer comes and says, "Hey, why did you slap the taste out of this person's mouth?" and you explain to the officer that, "Yo, this lady and her caravan of Karens just asked for me and my son to leave. That's discrimination. So I slapped her." And then the officer says, "Well, here, that's in the book."
Yep.
See, paragraph
And
section
goes and
3,
arrests them.
section 3, paragraph 1.
Carry on.
And arrest her and says, "Hey, next time you want to come in and you want to discriminate against a little boy with your caravan of Karens, not only will you get slapped, we're gonna press charges. We're gonna press full charges. You're gonna get a citation." So caravans of Karens weren't just bad in that. Another Karen, pugilistic Karen, happened at Bed Bath and Beyond.
I saw that one.
The whole thing smelled of cucumber melon.
I saw that one.
Pugilistic Karen was getting a little bit too close to somebody's personal space. She was asked to back up numerous times to where she had to come and she had to get the Karens of Bed Bath and Beyond. Whatever the heck it's called. But they come in and they say, "Hey, can you back up?" She, with her fervor, states that no, this is a free country and I know my rights. Which every time have any time we've ever heard somebody say, "I know my rights," they correctly state what their rights are? Like they always say, "I know my rights is a free country," but you're in a private business. So your rights really don't matter in that private business?
I'll tell you what I've never heard. I've never heard anybody say that and it end well. Like somebody go, "You know what? You're right. I'm wrong.
Right.
You're well within your rights. Let me just go on about my day."
It always ends with, "Yo, get out. Like now
Let me show
I really
you my
want
right."
you out."
Yeah.
And pugilistic Karen doesn't take it very well. She decides that she wants to go bink like my man Robin Black MMA. So she tries to strike and she grabs the girl Karen from Bed Bath and Beyond,
the worker,
and then the worker says, "Hold up, y'all arguing about me making $15 an hour, but y'all think I'm just gonna sit here and get my ass whooped? No, it's not gonna work like that." But then sister girl says, "Hold up, we went through our Bed Bath and Beyond training
That's my
together,
squad.
and they said one fight we all fight." And now all of a sudden she's getting on the ground. She's on the ground, getting her head bashed in, all because she couldn't back off with somebody with the raspberry mango lotion.
If you haven't seen If you haven't seen the video, I would recommend that you watch it and you show your kids because it really is the definition of how a team works.
And you know what month it is?
It's March.
It's March. Do you know what? So February we left a holiday that a lot of Karens I saw go strong and talk about how we don't need this holiday. We don't need African American
Valentine's
history.
Day?
We definitely don't need Valentine's Day. They weren't going for that. They want Valentine's Day.
President's Day.
I wish President's Day can stay, but I wish Valentine's Day would move to March so that I can have like the entire month to like be able to just relax and do what I want to do without having to come out of pocket. But that's another story. I'm not gonna do that
because you're still kind of recovering from Christmas.
Christmas. I'm not gonna do all of this. I'm not gonna purposely bash women on International Women's Month.
And then I like to buy all my black friends a gift each day during
that would
February.
be dope. That's a great.
So
way
really,
to do
I just buy you 28 gifts.
Facts. I'll take that.
And I'm sorry, 27. RJ one.
RJ's counts kind of. But on International Women's Month, this is how women are bringing us in to International Women's Month. But here's what I'm going to state, and I do have another one, but I'm going to state this one right here, and why some women deserve less. It's because every day I go on Twitter, I hear about how I'm a catch. I'm this, I'm that, I'm a queen. I deserve all these fine things. If you don't have six figures, if you're not over 6'2", if you don't have washboard abs, if you don't have this, if you don't have no kids, then you can't come holler at me. You're a scrub. You're blah blah blah. This to find out that women were flocking to the Black Mecca, aka Atlanta, which it's a toss up. You can get continents or you can get women, whatever you want is there. It was there that weekend. It was All-Star weekend. Very expensive. I have a thing. If you're an adult and you can't take care of yourself, you are not worth the ground that you walk on.
Oh dear. Okay.
Like I don't want to hear about how valuable you are if you can't, in fact, take care of yourself. So, but they go to Atlanta, can't afford hotels. So you know what these so-called queens are doing?
What?
They're renting U-Haul vans. And they are staying the night in U-Haul vans. Not even having the wherewithal to carpet the aluminum on the ground.
I mean, it's they're surviving.
You can't get out of a U-Haul van. Somebody has to open it up for you.
What's the problem? But I mean, they're warm.
No, it was like the low was like 20 degrees.
Okay, they're
Atlanta.
out of the conditions.
They're out of the conditions.
I'm just searching. Okay, I'm trying to help.
What these women went? These stop bottoms went to Atlanta.
What did you just call them?
I don't know if I can say it again, so I don't want to say it again.
Okay.
So they went to Atlanta to be chose by some kind of ball player because here's what they don't do.
But there's only like 15 of them there.
But the point
the
is,
odds are very small.
Dope boys, a lot of entertainers were there. A lot of people were going there to have a good time.
Okay, so there's 30.
So yeah, 5. They were going to compete, but they can't wash their ass. So this is how COVID started. They can't wash. I don't know where they're using the bathroom. Don't know where they're washing their hands. But they're going out here and they're trying to infect positive young men who are out here who are living their best life. When all that, so again, that's just another thing. Like if you're gonna go on a vacation,
so they're all in a U-Haul van together, or they all got their own U-Haul?
No, no. They're all. If they all had their own U-Haul, that would be innovative. You could have like a U-Haul.
Literally a caravan.
It's literally a caravan. 2 in the front. They probably had 2 in the front that had to rest because they got to save and rescue the other broke.
Wait, you're telling me? Hold on, you're telling me that hotels were sold out this weekend for the?
It was a lot of people in Atlanta. They were going out there partying. It was crazy. It was worse than what Tampa was.
Wow.
So they were going out partying. Let me tell you about this. If your girl, fella, look at me. I want you to hear this. This is coming free game by Big Game. If she went to Atlanta this weekend, she's not for you, though. You deserve more. You deserve more, King. If she can't read you a stat sheet of somebody more than Steph Curry, she went up there to find Stephen Curry.
If she came back and she had marks on her back that was from the U-Haul, sleeping in the U-Haul, okay?
If she came
it's time
back,
to move on, my man.
If she came back smelling like the back of Long John Silver's, then leave her, dude, because that means that she can't afford to take care of herself. Unless she covers sports or is truly into it. But if she went with those 3 friends that you know the 3 friends that she went with.
Oh my God!
If she went with those 3 friends, she's not coming back. She's coming back unsullied.
I'm looking at a video now. Our boy Kemp sent it to us.
Kemp was in Atlanta?
No, Kemp sent us a video of the girls in the U-Haul van.
Right, drinking Christian Brothers, like just kings. Know your worth.
Can I ask you something? I don't mean to get into your time, and maybe we come back to this. I would love, and it don't have to be right now, but I want you to be able to think about it. I would love your views on the police officer that was fired in Tampa.
I don't even know.
You don't know about this?
No.
An African American police officer
Okay.
was fired in Tampa for using the N-word.
Ooh.
It's
equal opportunity.
But I do want you to read, like,
yeah, I gotta look.
I want you to look this up, and I want you to read this because I read it, and I got to tell you, it's like, man, I don't know. I don't know how this works, but
That is interesting.
yeah, maybe it's reading at the break.
And I want to get off of women because it's International Women's History Month.
It's the whole month?
Yes, they get a whole month, man. They get 31 days. That's crazy. But and go on Papa John. I'm not gonna go in on Papa John. I'm just here to discuss this.
Papa John, the pizza guy?
The pizza guy.
Okay.
He's still pretty mad that that the board booted him off. I'm not mad at that. Whatever. I'm not even.
What's
really,
his name?
I forgot.
Okay, go ahead.
Papa John.
Okay.
John Papa. John Popovich. No, that's our DN coach at Florida State. He
John
didn't say this.
Snotter.
Here's my man said he went to rehab.
Went to rehab.
Intensive rehab.
Okay.
For 20 months.
Okay.
So that he could eradicate the N-word out of his vocabulary.
That there's no way. You're reading something. There's no
He said it like
way.
it was other stuff, but like that's the line. He did not use his vocabulary words very good to kind of
okay,
check that.
If this is true, then I'm starting a rehab clinic for that.
Like,
but and every time
but here's the thing, much like this Tampa officer I'm going to read about in the break, I get to say it. You can you got to make me really mad for me to like lose composure and for me to release some words that I shouldn't say. Now I got a mouth. I'll tell you exactly how I feel about you when I feel about it. But I know how to like not say it. We're on radio. There are words there's 7 words they tell us that we can't use.
At the minute we go to break, we use 4 of them.
We know how to go green light, red light.
Mm-hmm.
You mean to tell me it took you 20 months to realize I could lose it all? And to be honest with you, like this is why I wish my man was here, like RJ. Judges, it's not he didn't get canceled because he made a choice to say this. He made a choice to say this, and with it, there comes consequences.
Well,
there's no like you can say whatever you want to say in the world if you're willing to deal with the consequences. Some people are raised like that. My mom raised me like that. She said, baby, you can do whatever you want to do. Just realize there are positive and there are negative consequences to every decision that you make. Any adult should understand at this point. Now, again, like I just talked about when we were talking about taking people to duels, like in the 1700s, the 1880s, hey, they were letting the chopper fly. 1960, I'm sure Sunday was the 54th anniversary, 56th anniversary of Bloody Sunday. I know for a fact some of them officers let that word fly. It's been enough years to where it has been enough examples at this point that you know if you say this word, you're going to get in trouble. Or excuse me, you're going to have some backlash.
I want to be the spokesman, though, for people kind of tired of the cancel culture and tell you, do not put this guy in cancel culture.
Okay, he's not cancel culture.
No, because
cool. My bad. I don't want to.
I'm tired of Yeah, I'm tired of people getting canceled for questionable stuff like we've read lately.
Yeah.
Like this isn't questionable.
This is bad.
You dropped the N-bomb. Yes, that's not a gray area.
Like the craziest thing. There's only one person I've ever heard. I'm gonna read this Tampa guy that might not have like. Have you ever seen the teacher that got like fed up and he snapped because the kid kept saying it? Like. There was no malice. There was truly no malice in that.
Right.
90% of the people who use this, they're not going in and just like, hey, what's up? Bumps. They're getting cussed out. They're getting the business. They're like, I know what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
And it's just throw the end grenade in there. Like you know what you meant for it to mean.
Why don't
they just take that?
Why don't Papa John? He's worth $1 billion.
Just sit down somewhere.
Right. Just go.
Now you can say it however much you want. You're worth $1 billion.
Get an island. Get a yacht. Sell. Like, you can call it that.
$1 billion. $1 billion, you can be as petty as you want. You can, like you said, you can have the N-word island.
Yeah, but what if Papa John had a yacht and that was the name of it?
You
and
know
he
what?
just sailed away in it and was like, you know what? I'm going somewhere where I can say this.
There are 330 million people in the United States.
Mm-hmm.
To get 1 million people, which I believe he can get 1 million people, that's 0.03% of Americans. I guarantee you he'll be making bank. Let the racists have money too.
Oh, you talking about open an island where they can come say it freely?
Open the island for the racists, man. And all the bigots can be there. Y'all can enjoy yourself. You're just not thinking capitalistic because you want it one way.
Can we put together a group of investors and we open that island?
Listen, man.
I mean, I'm not going to go, but if I can make money off of it.
I've already said that if I had a dry cleaner and like people with robes needed to get their stuff dry cleaned, and I just happened to be the best one to get white sheets clean.
Right.
I mean, you were going to do it anyway.
Right.
Why
Give me your
not
credit
write me
card
a
number?
check?
Yeah. I agree. He's worth $1 billion.
But this is just people just want it one way. But if you say something, dude, like, no, just take the consequences, man. But
I'm looking at a picture of his house.
all right. Roberto Julius is saying we got a break.
Roberto Julius. RJ, how you doing?
Chilling, guys. How are you?
Good. Can we come back and ask you a couple questions?
You can.
About the All-Star game?
Yes.
And about the Atlanta weekend?
Absolutely.
Included me.
Huh?
He's like, they're included. Yes. Don't mess up, RJ.
We'll be right back.
First of all, congratulations on the show.
Join the 1010XL Podcast Network.
How do you like being in a real studio?
Now you can find all your favorite 1010XL podcasts in your platform of choice.
I struggled with symptoms like frequent gas and stomach pain for years.
I was bloated all the time with daily diarrhea.
At first, I thought it was what I was eating.
I kept thinking it was stomach issues.
So I did my research and talked to my doctor, and we finally uncovered the truth.
It was actually EPI. Exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI, is a condition where your pancreas is unable to help break down your food.
It can lead to symptoms like diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, unexplained weight loss, and oily stools.
And EPI symptoms can be confused with those of other common digestive conditions, like irritable bowel syndrome, Crohn's, and celiac disease.
So getting to the right diagnosis meant being more open with my doctor about the severity of my symptoms and how often they were happening.
But there's good news. EPI is manageable, so don't wait any longer. Use the symptom checker at identifyepi.com and schedule a visit or call with your doctor to ask, could I have EPI?
Sponsored by AbbVie.
Hello, Jacksonville. GFL is a leading solid waste company, is now here to service your business in the Jacksonville area. GFL is known for its commitment to customer service, reliability, and efficiency, plus an unwavering focus on safety. Let GFL handle any solid waste removal for your commercial business. Just call 904-760-5880 for your quote today. In Jacksonville, start looking for those bright green trucks and containers. GFL, green for life.
Hacker here. Now that it's termite season, you're probably seeing swarmers. But it's the subterranean termites that do all the damage. And you may not even see them. Protect your investment and have Peninsula Pest Control treat your home before termites get inside. Call us at 389-3491 or go online to crittergetter.com to schedule a free inspection. Be sure to ask about the $100 termite discount. Remember, Peninsula is your critter getter.
Engagement ring shopping is enough of a challenge for your average guy, but try doing it while on a ship deployed hundreds of miles away.
My name's Andrew. I'm a Chief Petty Officer of the United States Navy, and I work in Mayport, Florida.
Andrew wanted to propose to his girlfriend when he returned, so he reached out to Diamonds Direct via email.
They had really great reviews while looking online, so I shot him an email telling him my story, that I was gone out at sea, wouldn't be back for 6 months. I gave her kind of my price range, and she was able to send me pictures and information about many different rings, and then I made my choice and picked it out.
Andrew made arrangements for a friend to bring him the ring as soon as his ship docked, and the proposal turned out to be a huge event.
And then the moment I walked off the brow onto the pier, my girlfriend was standing there, which is when I dropped to a knee and proposed to her. It was great. Hundreds of people there on the pier, and we were actually featured on the news.
Diamonds Direct.
They're extremely military friendly. If you're in the Navy and like me looking for an engagement ring, Diamonds Direct is an excellent place to go. They're going to take care of you.
Off Town Center Parkway, just left of the Hyatt.
If you've been involved in a car accident, call me, Mark Anajar, at the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000. And take back control of your life.
Office in Jacksonville.
This is Joe C., and I'm inviting you to listen to a brand new show Sunday morning, 7:30 on 1010XL. It's me and Dr. George Fari talking sports medicine. We call it Breaking Bones. There's going to be plenty of other things to talk about as well. Breaking Bones on 1010XL.
The fastest growing air conditioning company in town is now hiring AC installers and AC service technicians. Pickett here, and Bueller Air is hiring right now. If you or someone you know is looking for a new career with a wonderful company, apply now. Top of the industry pay, full benefits. I'm talking real opportunity to grow from within because they are growing like crazy. Call them now. They're ready to set up your confidential interview. Now hiring AC installers and technicians. Join the best at Bueller Air and stay cooler with Bueller.
Bueller Air, stay cooler with Bueller. Wholesale prices, premium service, tire outlet. No matter what you drive, we're here to keep your ride alive. We carry all major brands, full automotive repair. We're the very best that you can get. Wholesale prices, premium service, tire outlet.
Instant Keys offers honest professional locksmith service for lost or broken keys and keyless entry remotes. Call Instant Keys at 722-1111. Get dealership level service in just minutes at a fraction of the cost. 722-1111.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000. 1010XL. Join us in the Sports Den. Call or text 641-1010.
There are these times that when you own a professional sports organization, that opportunity presents itself, James, and you can possibly go and make some type of trade for what's considered a GOAT. Tom Brady. Tom Brady comes about, Tampa acts. There's another one that I think Jacksonville should pull the trigger on.
Okay.
Chase Daniel.
Oh, yeah, he's one of the greatest backups of all time.
He would be in the GOAT conversation for backups, and the Lions are reportedly discussing a Chase Daniel trade. Now, I'm half kidding about this. Chase Daniel would be an amazing backup for Trevor Lawrence. You're talking about a guy who has seen just about everything now. Really
that way
smart guy.
Trevor's going to be day one starter.
Right. Really smart guy. If Chase Daniel has to come in, he's proven, okay, he can come in. He's used to that backup role.
He's comfortable in that.
I mean, he's made $40 million in his career. $40 million. And he's thrown for a whopping 1,600 yards in his whole career.
You know, the back half of his career, he hasn't been getting used as much.
No. And the only reason why he threw for those because Drew Brees got hurt. I mean, I'm all for it. Let's see what Chase Daniel wants. Let's see what we have to give up for him. Did you watch the NBA All-Star game?
Not a second. I saw some of the 3-pointers.
Did you see it live?
No.
I love NBA All-Star Weekend. Like one of my favorite All-Star weekends. One of my favorite weekends. Do you know how much I watched?
None.
0.
Did you watch the Oprah interview?
No, I saw the highlights. I had no idea Oprah was still a thing.
I didn't know. Like it was crazy. I wake up and my Twitter is full of Steph Curry threes and in an episode of Suits with the Queen, Oprah, and Prince Harry.
Meghan Markle.
Yeah, I was just like, geez.
She was amazing in Suits. Suits was such a great show. Explain to me, RJ, don't explain to me. Just tell me, what were your thoughts? I know you watched every second of the All-Star game, right?
Yeah, for the most part I did.
Last year, it was the best NBA All-Star game in decades.
Right.
This year, I forgot it was on. Why?
Because it was happening in March and not in February during Valentine's Day and all that other stuff. And it wasn't a whole 3 days. This was all just crunched up into one day. And I mean, yeah, for me, I was telling Rick last week, I can't believe the All-Star game is this Sunday. Normally we're second half of the year, getting towards the playoffs, getting close to April, and now we have this All-Star break, and now the second half of the season is starting. It's kind of...
So from a talent perspective, the NBA is in about as good of a position as they've been in quite a while. Was that an accurate statement?
Yeah. Yeah.
Why are they struggling so badly right now with ratings and things like that?
I just believe because there aren't any fans able to go to the game. I mean, there's some teams that are allowing fans, but not every single team in the NBA is allowing fans. I mean, the Lakers still haven't done their championship banner ceremony yet. Like they did the ring ceremony, but they said they won't drop the banner until there's fans, in the stands. And the bubble, I really feel like, is still taking everybody for a loop, and just how quickly the NBA started back up.
I guess
It's
where I'm
weird
going
even
with
for me.
this, both James and RJ, I want y'all's opinion on this. Is football transcended a pandemic? When it was football season, everybody still talked about football.
Right.
Everybody watched football. There were some places you could go, some places you couldn't go, but it was football, 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 football. Basketball, baseball, all that stuff. The pandemic's still the main story. Why? I mean, what do these sports have to do to press on? Like, my worry about basketball at this point is it's becoming hockey. My worry is that NBA TV is going to be where you have to find games, and the rating, because if you look at the ratings, they are miserable, as bad as they've been in decades. Like, what is going on with sports in general outside of football? Because baseball's the same way. Baseball's ratings, and now their season was a little different last year. Abysmal. Not hockey bad, but not that far off of it.
I think it's something about the ratings that I think we're reporting wrong or inaccurately. And I want to say this because football was down too, for what people were saying. But yet and still, there are landmark deals being made.
Mm-hmm.
There's dumb people in every industry. And you may not like ESPN because you may feel whatever agenda thing that you feel to choose to write a think piece on. They didn't get to the position that they're at by being idiots. So obviously they know that something's controlling it, because the rating, like you said with football, actually even with the All-Star game, the ratings may be down. But when you were on social media yesterday, which a lot of people are spending more time, not just streaming, but a lot more people are spending time, and they're learning about the game from peer-to-peer evaluations, just like everything shifted to peer-to-peer. Peer-to-peer banking, that's why Cash App, Venmo, and PayPal are so popular. There's the reason why cryptocurrency is so powerful is peer-to-peer. Basically, that's what pushes it. But if you go and you look at what was trending, it's literally the NBA and the Markle thing were all anybody talked about. At least and all I can do is say in my little swath of Twitter, which probably most of the people listening, if you would have went on your social media, you would have seen something similar. Even if your people are the ones who say, I'm not watching these liberals try to pursue and put things on me. If you have a 20 to 30 thread tweet that gets retweets, guess what you're doing? You're fueling the very thing in which you hate, because you're talking about it. It's what I've always said. If you don't want to hear something, just shut up.
Well, but okay.
So I think that's what I'm saying. It must be a different way.
Let's look at facts. The NBA, I know people are going to say, well, it's the social justice. It's the okay. I know.
I think it was worse. It's just a product.
Well, 2017, 2018 was the Kaepernick year and all that stuff, right?
Yeah, 17 is when we were winning. Yeah.
The highest regular season average for NBA viewership was that year. They have plummeted.
No, and I'm not. So what I'm saying is,
no,
your facts are right. I'm not saying that those are. There must be something else that the people behind the scenes are looking at, because it doesn't make sense that they're going to keep paying these numbers.
Here's what it is. I can tell you. It's the average time that I stay on the screen, right? And how diehard these people are. If you can have anything that every single night there's 2 million eyeballs on that screen for 2 hours, you have a very valuable product.
I'll tell you this. I didn't watch a game, but I know there's a few things that I know happen that are valuable. So I know that the Alphas, which is a black fraternal organization, they stepped. I know FAMU Marching 100 performed. I know FAMU has a landmark deal that they just signed with Nike. That's one of the highest paid things for HBCUs. So that value of what FAMU got from eyes, they couldn't have paid for. So like, I didn't watch a game. I didn't watch a moment, but I know all of that happened. Like, that's important. That's big.
Well, it's interesting because now people are sending me this thing saying that the ratings are up, but that's from last year. Last year was
I get what you're saying.
bad. But here's the thing: the NFL. What people need to realize, somebody sent me an NFL ratings thing and how they've dropped. But here's the, you're not talking about, in the NFL, the average viewership is close to 16 million people. It's 15.5 million people in a regular season game. The NBA is like 1.8. I mean,
but it's 1.8, and they get that a lot. Like,
well,
right?
I got it.
Yeah.
But
if you can give me 16 million in one setting, hey, you know what? Fine. Let it drop to 12 every now and then, because I know I'm going to get a 25 if we're good.
Right.
Like, ooh.
I mean, 15.5 million people.
That's what I just talked
and
about.
It's pretty consistent, by the way, too.
How many is that? What percentage is that?
That's, I mean, you're talking about 15.5 million, like, I guess, TVs. I don't know how they do ratings, so maybe possibly more eyes. I don't know. My only point is, like, baseball, basketball, all of them, they're not getting enough of a market share to where it's even a topic for us most nights.
Again, so like when I'm telling people, like, I'm boycotting the NFL, it's less than 5% of the population.
Right.
They
They'll
only
watch.
need
Yeah.
5% of the, like, you see what I'm saying? Like, it's really not like,
Well, there's people in circles.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's
So
your
like,
circle,
you get your
yeah.
people, man, you're good. Like, your niche.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's your, like, so if the NFL, what they've done is provided a great opportunity for entertainment.
Yeah. And they've done a good job capitalizing year round. Right. That's the other thing. We got to take our final break. We'll be right back to wrap things up.
They say every town has a story. Here's the deal.
Giants on 3.
It's black and teal.
1, 2, 3,
1010XL.
Hey Jacksonville, Safety Tom here with Remedy Staff. Concerned about keeping your family safe during these difficult times? We are as well. Wash your hands frequently. Self-monitor. If you have symptoms, self-isolate to keep friends, family, and coworkers safe. Need a doctor? Don't just show up. Give them a heads up. Call the COVID hotline for guidance at 1-866-779-6121. These are just a few quick safety tips from Remedy Staffing, keeping you, your family, friends, coworkers, and our healthcare workers safe in Jacksonville.
Though no longer little, teens still need a lot of love. Yet teens in foster care have a harder time finding it, as 82% of foster families are home to kids 12 or younger. You can positively impact a teen's life as a foster parent with help from Family Support Services of North Florida. You provide patience, love, and understanding, and Family Support Services will offer specialized training, resources, and a community of support. Take the next step at foster-now.org. That's foster-now.org.
Hey folks, Mike Dempsey here. You've heard me talking about Pella Windows and Doors, and with great ratings and expert reviews, you know they're high quality and energy efficient products. So what's your next step? How about scheduling a free consultation or just stop by the Pella showroom right there on Phillips Highway next to Tesla? Pella's professional consultants will guide you through your entire project from start to finish. From simple projects to complex renovations, their team has the experience needed to make your project a success. And that's the quality and service you can expect from Pella Windows and Doors.
In 1921, U.S. Marine Corps surgeon Dr. Robert McKeever established the first urologic practice in Florida, the McKeever Clinic. I'm Dr. West. 100 years later, we continue to carry on his life's work in providing complete urologic care in Jacksonville. We have 13 board-certified urologists with many areas of expertise to provide the highest level of care for both men and women. Visit McKeeverClinic.com to learn more about how we can help. McKeever Clinic, innovators in urologic care since 1921.
Like working outdoors and want better pay and benefits? Superior Fence and Rail is seeking full-time fence installers with pay ranging from $16 to $25 an hour and more with commercial experience. Superior Fence and Rail will train you to work with their professional team and provide you with all the tools you need to be a top-notch installer. Get off the fence. Call Superior Fence and Rail today and start your career.
When you're on the fence, about a fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
Hey folks, I'll never forget waking up to find my 2-year-old grandson covered with peanut butter. But that wasn't the worst of it. He was also covered on microfiber sofa. I brought home my Zerez truck, went to work, and it all came out completely clean. At Zerez, we can clean your sofa, love seat, ottomans, recliners, kitchen chairs, patio furniture, and even the mattresses on your bed. At Zerez, we don't clean up little boys, but we do clean upholstery. For March, we are offering 25% off on all upholstery cleaning. Zerez, spelled forward or backwards, it's the right way to clean.
Zerez.
When you look for that hard-to-find part for your car or truck, Rusty Acres is your source for used Ford, Lincoln, and Mercury auto parts. You'll get the parts you need and advice on how to install them. Rusty Acres, 786-1777.
Into the Night with Rick Ballou will be live this week from Mr. Chubby's Wings, the new location. Come join me from 6 to 8 this Thursday for 2-for-1 pints and pitchers or $3 wines and wells at Mr. Chubby's Wings in Ponte Vedra.
New and pre-owned firearms are always in stock at Beach's Jewelry and Pawn in Jacksonville Beach. Want a new sidearm or rifle? Brands like Kimbar, Smith & Wesson, Sig Sauer, and Beretta. No lines, no hassle. Beach's Jewelry and Pawn in Jacks Beach.
It's Players Week, and that means tons going on at the PGA Tour Superstore. Joe C. and the guys with XL Primetime will be live on location Wednesday from noon to 3 to show support for puppies and golf. A fundraiser and adoption event with Ayla's Acres No-Kill Animal Rescue. Meet and greet with Puppies and Golf Foundation President and CBS golf reporter Amanda Balionis. Putting contest for prizes from Callaway and a raffle to win one Anthony Toronto custom Jaws wedge with Sunday tickets to the Players.
Big Brothers Big Sisters of Northeast Florida is drafting the next generation of bigs. And here's how you can help our big draft recruitment campaign. Sign up to become a mentor, recruit a volunteer prospect, or have some fun by registering for our big draft virtual bingo fundraiser. For only $10, participants can win up to $100 and directly support more youth in our local community. Are you in? Ready, set, register today. Visit Big Brothers Big Sisters Northeast Florida and click on events.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000.
I tell you the difference between me and them. They trying to get their ones and trying to get the mans.
1010XL. Join us in the Sports Den. Call or text 641-1010.
You know what the one thing about people returning to work that's driving me crazy? Well, the traffic's getting a little worse, but I'm starting to get the car warranty robocalls again.
Man, did that like become a new business during the quarantine? Like the robocall?
No, see, it's for me, it stopped once quarantine happened because I guess call centers closed. But now it's back full force. I got like 6 of them today. And now the new one is like the credit card, like there's back to that.
Somebody like the IRS needs you to call them right now. Like, yeah, that's how I envision the IRS coming to get me. Like, that's how they got Capone. They robocalled them.
They robocalled him. They had his cell number. Yeah. No, that's the one thing. Like, there's a lot of things that's happened in the last year, and we're about to be right at a year. That greatly improved my life. Like, really improved my life. That was one of the major ones. Is if you think about during quarantine, how many spam calls you get?
During quarantine, how many?
None. Like none. In almost all of 2020. Now they're lighting my butt up.
The best thing about it was gas prices going way, way down.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody on the road. And it felt like I only filled up twice during quarantine. Like, or maybe 3 times. Because once a month. It wasn't a lot, though. It's not just
you also have like that 32-gallon tank.
Well, yeah, but I still drive it. Like, so I have to fill pretty regular.
Yeah.
But like driving to the station didn't take any time.
No time. Yeah.
Can we still buy alcohol to go?
Well,
I haven't heard anything yet.
I'm sure we can.
I might try tomorrow.
Since we're off tomorrow?
Yeah, since we're off. See what happens. But hey, give me some vodka, some tequila to go.
We'll be back on Wednesday night at 9 o'clock. You can catch us right here on the Sports Den. Share the SoundCloud. Tell your friends, please. We're off tomorrow night. We'll be back Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. It's TPC week. Hopefully you guys have a good time if you can get out there. We'll talk to you guys soon. Have a good evening.
Your mother, killing your brother, killing in ways, filling up graves, gang banging.